Events in Call of Duty are something we see several times within a COD's life, but recently, have you ever taken just a step back just to think about how awful events are compared to previous CODs? And listen, don't get me wrong, I do like events and being able to have the chance of getting free stuff in a game where free isn't a word Activision likes to use very often, but I have to say, community events / challenges from games pre-Modern Warfare were out of this world compared to what we get now. The last event we just got was Festive Fervor for Vanguard and Warzone, and without a doubt, it was the best event we've seen in 2 years. We got a Christmas themed shipment that actually looked good and not like it was a last ditch effort like Nuketown's themes from Cold War. Then we also got a game mode to go along with that event, and elves that really don't do much but are just kind of there. And then of course you also had Krampus that would come and kill you when you were on a 15 kill streak, and some store bundles that had most of the fun content. So some good and some bad. But alongside with this, we also got a set of challenges to do for the good old reward of a blueprint that looks like it would come in a free bundle from the store. I'll throw up some other challenges that came with other events from Modern Warfare and Cold War, and you could just see that 98% of these events are pretty much useless and have almost no cool rewards. The only cool rewards that I could think of from previous events were the Twin Sai, which I think that's how you say, basically the things Raphael uses from the Ninja Turtles from the Numbers event. And then you also had the Projector Watch from the original Hunting of Verdansk in Modern Warfare, and the horrible final reward we got from the Festive Fervor. That's honestly all I could think of off my mind right now, because most of the events have nothing cool in it and are usually pretty forgettable. And don't get me wrong, I'm not asking for a crazy reward set for doing these challenges, but it would be nice to actually have the last reward or something be a really cool skin like a reactive camo or something. Literally anything, honestly. And if you take a look at previous COD's community challenge events, that's exactly what we got. The main one I can think of right now is the Grab event from BO4, where as a community we had to play 15 million public match games to get the Galil for free. Just something small, but something cool, because we got a whole new weapon for free just for playing or just for logging on. And I know that we kinda get that now with the DLC guns in COD, but something that involves the community is something I thought was really cool from back in the day. And another example could be the prize fighters from BO3, where the community had to play something like, I think, 350 million matches to get the prize fighters, which was a pair of boxing gloves for free. And alongside that, there were milestones for other rewards that were animated calling cards. And while not much, animated calling cards have not been a single reward in any event challenge set after Modern Warfare. So it's kind of something cool when you compare that to just previous events that we've seen in recent CODs. Then you also had World War II events where you worked your way up to cool stuff. For example, you would start with an emblem, and then a calling card, and then a charm, and then you would probably get like a helmet or something. And then lastly, you would get a weapon variant that, what I could think of on top of my mind, the Blitzkrieg event, it was the We Can Do It poster on the gun that looked surprisingly really good. Then you also had other events for weapon bribes and all of that for the supply drop era of COD, where you would get new weapons from just doing community challenges. Like, let's say 15 million matches, you do that, you would get a ranged weapon bribe, a melee weapon bribe, and like 10 rare supply drops. So something small like that, which granted that was supply drop era of COD, so it can't really happen now, but you get what I'm trying to say. And then you also had other events for other game modes like zombies. I'm like 99% sure there was a Gobblegum event for Black Ops 3 Zombies it would just give you free Gobblegums that weren't in the game. And all of these events also usually came with a bunch of other content as well. Just mainly the only problem was that 9 times out of 10, all that content was locked behind supply drops, which kinda ruined it, but still, there was still a lot of content to go around with these events. But overall, it cannot be denied that events from previous CODs were a lot better. When you see a new event on COD or Warzone, are you eager to get all of those challenges done and get the rewards, or just excited to play? No, because the events are boring and their rewards can be passed off as throwaway content. Back in the day though, when you saw a new community event for something huge like 15 million matches played for a brand new weapon, or whatever it could have been, you were excited to play because the reward for playing was worth it, and if you were spending the money, the other stuff you could get was equally, if not cooler. In the end, I just think that COD needs to take a different approach to events and just think about how they can actually make them good. It could be crazy rewards for challenges you do, or it could be one insane reward, just a single reward for the community, with everyone showing up and pulling off some crazy stat. Community events also low-key brought everyone kinda together as well, because everyone had a common goal, whereas now it's just everyone fighting over each other for literally everything. Community events, I think they could bring the COD community kinda back together again. Not fully, of course, but like, it brought everyone to common ground and everyone was like okay with themselves, versus now everyone's fighting over Vanguard, Modern Warfare, Cold War. It's chaos. But hopefully when COD is in Microsoft's hands, they could do something like previous events, because I know that Activision would never do such a thing, and maybe with Microsoft we could replicate that old feeling of getting on a COD to do challenges for something crazy, and that enjoyment you got from it. If you did enjoy the video though, make sure not to leave without leaving a like and subscribing for more. But until next time, see ya.